My pre-market routine before I begin trading. I need about an hour. Am I telling everybody that that's what you have to do? If you don't prepare an hour before, you're not good. No, I'm not saying that. That's me. Because I'm gonna get up and go make my smoothie, take a sip of it and drink my coffee. I need about an hour. So usually I look on Econo Day. Not that I don't already have the calendar memorized on Sunday, because I pre-plan on Sundays for the week. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use TradingView, because TradingView actually has uh, features on here where you can look at the economic calendar and the earnings calendar. So we already know this is one of those expenses that we have to pay for. You got to spend money to make money, and you need a charting platform. And I really like TradingView because they came in with the last 2 years, they've really been updating the platform to make it to where you kind of don't need to go to another platform. They even have where you can look at the options chain now. But anyway, so we're going to go to the calendar, and we're going to start off with the economic calendar first. Let's see if there is any news that's coming out today. Let's see, we're on Friday the 24th. What's popping? Now, I'm Central Standard Time. All right. So if you're not Central, the time frames might be a little off to you. But so we have existing home sales. Yeah, nothing that just like truly concerns me. Now, I'm still going to go because it just feels incomplete to me. I need to go to Econo Day, and because I like to look at the international calendar as well. So I always click on the view calendar on the global announcements and see it's much more fascinating. Now, I did wake up and trade futures just because the London session had a lot of data that dropped. They had GDP, France had PMI, Denmark had PMI. I always forget who it is. Is that Switzerland? Oh, the Eurozone, just all that, right? The UK has some things going in the London session, so it was beautiful morning to trade. Today, we do have PMI. Doesn't even show up on that thing. And existing home sales, consumer sentiment. So everything by in that first 30 minutes. So automatically I just made a note in my head. Girl, you got so much time. Don't even look at these charts till 30 minutes after the market opens. Cool. I can probably make me some Egos. I'm here for it. Now we're going to look at the earnings, which are lovely, lovely, lovely. Miss Colleen posts the earnings calendar for us every week inside of the family chat. I'm gonna ask her to start to label it so y'all can easily find it, but just look for Colleen. She usually posts it on Fridays. She's really amazing about that. But again, you can use if you have Instagram, you can go on EPS Whispers, EPS Whisper, ESP Whisper, one of them, and they'll post their earnings, or you can even go on to their website. But when we look here, earnings, okay, it's a couple banks. Nothing that just absolutely stands out to me. Nothing. We get hot and heavy next week, so that's what I'm excited for. All right, so we marked that off because I go top down. All right, so I saw the global announcements. We saw, does any major company, they all major, right? But does any company of significance report earnings today? No. So now I need to check the news. Yahoo Finance. Yes, babes, you do have to watch the news. That's actually non-negotiable. I go to Yahoo Finance. My phone also goes off all night because I have so many news alerts set, but I like it, right? So that's just me. But when we're looking on this page, we just gonna see this man face for a while. Boeing warns of $3.5 billion loss from strikes and layoffs. Why do they exist at this point? When I'm booking my flight, I specifically go on there to make sure that there's not it's not what's their planes? If you know, you know, right? I go to make sure I'm not going to be on one of they planes, because no, thank you. I want to stay in the air, No shade. 747, thank you, Charity. Yes. I make sure. Don't have me on no 747 because I follow y'all. I don't trust you. American Express earnings expand with holiday shopping. We should already be in the finance sector anyway, right? We prepared for that in November, knowing that quarter four was going to have exceptionally high earnings. So typically, January is a bullish month for the financial sector because for that reason alone, that we spend a lot of money in quarter four. Of course, the financial sector is going to make a bag, as well as consumer discretionary. Verizon, I don't care nothing about you. Blackstone, gonna buy Blackstone to buy $1 billion Virginia power plant near data centers. Well, I'm going to click on this article. Clearly. Clearly. Because follow the money, my babes. Follow the money. I'll let y'all read this. I'll try not to read it out loud. I'll let y'all read. Hey, Miss Eva, can I call you later? Did you text me back? My bad. All right. I'm at work. I can't read. Yes, I can. All right. The unit of Blackstone dedicated to investments in the energy industry has agreed to acquire Potomac Energy Center, the asset manager, blah, 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 in a deal symbolizing the allure to investors of power plants sited near data centers. Blackstone Energy Transition Partners has agreed to buy the 774 megawatt natural gas fired power plant in London County in Northern Virginia. The statement gave no financial details, but sources familiar with the matter said Blackstone is paying around $1 billion for the facility. Well, let me make a note of this to do further research. I'm just gonna say, people lose socks. I lose pens like people lose socks. It's actually ridiculous. But okay, so fellow investment firm Ayers Management has owned the plant since 2021. Potomac Energy Center is situated in the area of Northern Virginia outside of DC. This opportunity is unique not only for its location and its unparalleled access to data centers in Virginia, but also for the efficiency of the plants and the young age of the facility that was built in 2017. The boom in AI and data centers is driving power, blah, blah, blah. I put the link in there. I'm gonna be doing some research over that this weekend. The dollar slides as Trump softens China's tariff stance. Bro, what? So China gets a pass, but not Canada? Never mind. Never mind. The dollar dropped to a 1 month low after Trump appeared to soften his approach toward tariffs on China. Stock futures fluctuated after the S&P scaled a fresh peak, new high, right? The president Trump said in an interview with a news station that he would rather not use tariffs against the world's second largest economy, but will do it against Canada. He is also so far held back from imposing tariffs on Europe, though he warned of levies against Canada and Mexico. I can't because I'm my comments are gonna be commenting, so I'm just gonna put this in the chat for y'all to. I don't. Are we allowed to say that, John? That seems a little. I don't know. I beat somebody up if they said like monkey or something. That's just me though. But all right, I'm gonna continue to look at the news because I use bar chart to go through like what's hot in the market. Although I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah. Yahoo Finance is beautiful as well. I upgrade to the premium on Yahoo Finance. I didn't feel like signing in because I'd have to pause and screen do all that. Upgrade, upgrade. It will be so worth it. I promise. You gotta keep up. So here, when we're looking at the most active, NVIDIA, NVDY is the dividend-focused ETF that tracks NVIDIA. Catch that T, NVDY. It pays monthly dividends based off the performance of NVIDIA. All right, so we have NVIDIA, and then Rigetti Computing. We keep seeing RGTI pop up. American Airlines, Lucid, Riot, Sound. I'm seeing a theme here, y'all. Seems like I'm seeing a lot of like, would we classify, Miss Eva, would we put Riot, like we just go ahead and put all that into the crypto category, right? I'm seeing like the crypto AI and all that. So we got Riot, Sound, Palantir, Mara. Let's see what she said. Yeah, I'm seeing a theme. And didn't news just come out yesterday about Trump, his new the executive order he signed about cryptocurrency? She said, yes, exactly. I'm seeing a theme here about what's most active this morning, babes. We see a little bit of SoFi, INTZ, all that good stuff there. So quite interested in that. Moving on, let's go to bar chart. Y'all know I love me some bar chart. Please, my babes, you're going to get your access to bar chart and trading ticks. Y'all, I'm just barely getting y'all to come to class the second week. It's coming. All right. However, I'm going to go to the stocks and I want to look at, we're just going to go ahead and go to options. I'm going to go ahead and go. Y'all know I love that unusuals activity. The unusual stock options activity tab. There we go. When I come to this page, I like to go ahead and click it to show me the column with the volume. Show me from the highest volume to down. Show me from the highest volume down, because typically that open interest is going to align with it. If there's just an insane amount of volume, I want to look over and see that there's an insane amount of open interest that was already there as well, because that's going to let me know. Let me pay attention with you. So we see here for NVIDIA, and I'm looking at the strike prices, the expiration dates, these are 0 DTEs, all right? So I'm looking at these strike prices, the 145, 146, and it's currently at 147.22. Let's see what it is pre-market. I think that is what it is pre-market. $146.18. That's what it closed at yesterday. Okay, they're interested in right here at the money calls. A little bit of Tesla. Not the NVIDIA put. You know, those name brand stocks, the NVIDIA, Tesla, Google, Apple. We'll see those. And right now everybody's obsessed with Palantir. And go back to options, and I want to see the most active options now. My volume, it's already from highest to lowest here. NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, MicroStrategy, Palantir, Pfizer. I keep seeing Pfizer pop up. I'll write that down. I'll check its chart out. Mara and Riot get on my nerves. I hate trading those. Now, mind you, I'm just not really into crypto. I know I should be. Do I own some crypto? Yes, because all asset classes, you know? Have I just gone down through there and I could tell you the difference between an altcoin and a meme coin? No. I could tell you to go invest in XRP and Shiba. A little bit of Doge. Amazon, Netflix. Okay. So I'm going to go with the momentum, especially on a Friday, because get me in and out with these 0 DTEs. Let me run it up with the volatility. Give me that 50% plus, and I'm out and going and enjoying my weekend. So I really want to look at the most active ones. So NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, right? Y'all know we already tracking Apple. You should, y'all better have been playing them same ranges. Y'all better have marked 222.60 on your chart, all of that. So Apple would probably be a really good opportunity for us to just go in right there. Go back to stock, and I want to look at the pre-market trading now. And this will be the last thing that we look at on bar chart, and we'll head over to Tradie Ticks. I check my resources. So top down, I go from the news, economic data to the news to like what's most active, right? Like what's popping off, what's getting a lot of love pre-market where the institutions are playing. And then I go to my charts and I begin to check the indices, NQ, ES. Sometimes I look at YM and RTY, the Russell. Mostly just look at NQ and ES. I get my levels together for SPY and whatever, if there is an individual company I want to look at, and that's my routine. But for now, let's come back here. The pre-market most active. Is the volume labeled for me? Is it already? Yeah, it's highest to lowest. Allurion Technologies. I just saw that name somewhere else too. ALUR. I wrote it down just to look at it. We got some biotech companies. Novo Nordisk, Nvidia, Rigetti. It might be time to buy some more shares of this to average, or yeah, to average into some shares. Because I am in this. Quantum computing fascinates me at this moment. So that's what's most active pre-market, meaning that these are good momentum plays. These are going to be really, really good momentum plays. They moving and they grooving. Novo had good news. So, okay, you can click on Novo Nordisk here. Scroll down, and you're going to get the most recent stories. Stock eyes best day in 17 months on new obesity drug trial data. Retail breathes easy. Cool. So our gainers, we got that, and our losers. I think this is cool to look at because some people just do the best trading puts. Some people do the best trading calls. None of those actually fascinate me. I'm not gonna hold you. And now we're gonna go to Tradie Ticks because y'all know I'm obsessed with Tradie Ticks. And I'm gonna go to the stocks. This does update pre-market. All right. So I want to look on the stocks tab and just see what's popping. So QQQ, hottest sector is healthcare. Top stock is Novo Nordisk. Worst stock, TXN, is that Texas Instruments? Who's TXN? No, that's not Texas Instruments. Ah, yeah. Of course I was right. Texas Insurance. Okay. Worst stock. What y'all got going on? Questions I asked myself. But the hottest sector, oh, and we did see Pfizer pop up. Oh, mm, oh. Who traded ABT with me? Insane. I mean, just absolute. No wonder. No wonder. Look at that clicking. Look at that clicking. No wonder. No wonder that momentum came in strong on that in that breakout channel. Got it. Okay. So they let me know to make sure I get back into ABT today because we did the weekly expiration, which I'm so upset about. Who the heck knew it was going to go like that? The institutions. So the healthcare sector, I would definitely pay attention to this today. And that makes me, I want to write a note down to go look at XLV. I look at the Spider Fund sector ETFs. There is also the Vanguard, Schwab, and Fidelity has sector ETFs as well. I just stick with the Spider Fund, okay? So I'm going to look at XLV, which is the sector ETF for healthcare. Because let me see when's a good buying opportunity, which is every day. But yeah, let me look there. JD.com. Put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat if you hopped on that live that day when I said I got something to show y'all. I got a company I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all their financials. I want to show you why you need to pay attention to JD.com. Put a 3 in the chat if you was there. Now I need to know, did y'all go do your due diligence on JD.com? Because the bag has been made. The bag has been made. I set the play. Y'all shouldn't need me at this point to come up in here and be like, you have to get in exactly right here. The, all right, don't miss this. I showed y'all the contract and everything. Don't miss that. All right. Now we got a little bit of JD, you feel me? So now I'm just going down and I'm looking at what gapped up and what gapped down. Pfizer gap down. It's probably a really good buying opportunity for the healthcare sector to get in there. Pfizer and Eli Lilly. Next Era Energy. It's probably a really good buying opportunity in there too. I'm still waiting on Oxy to hit like 49 so that we can get back into the upside, but leaps. We're going leaps. We're going 2026. PDD. Fascinating. All of these Chinese stocks are doing really well. Sounds manufactured. So the technology sector is the worst performance today, with healthcare being the best. Rocks with that. Love that. Yin, Baba, all that sounds real manufactured. And then the insider transactions, I already kept up with this. I already know what y'all doing. Definitely watch the insider transactions as well as the Congress trades. Definitely be keeping up. Y'all know we keep up with Big P. We love Nancy P. Okay, so we looked at Trading Ticks. I'm gonna keep that up. We looked at the economic calendar. Boom, boom, pow. Now I'm going to go to Trading View, to my chart. Let me go to now the layout that I'm about to pull up is not my clean, easy, pretty layout that I pull up for y'all. This is my layout that I'm actively trading. Oh, apparently this is the clean, pretty, easy layout. I guess I could show y'all on there. But let me find my levels. Okay, we'll stick with here. Now look at that bull flag. Look at that break. It could have been a descending triangle when it was holding these lows, but when we got this lower high, it was like, oh. And that's a Morningstar pattern on a key level. But anyway, so looking at ES, the first thing that I'm going to note is like, okay, you've gone straight up for 3 days. Do we get a retracement? Because 3 days going straight up and today's a Friday. I don't know if I want to trade into new highs on a Friday, especially with the record that we had today. Or this week. I mean, we did really good this week. So I don't know if I would be interested in that. Perhaps if we got a pullback though. Let me go to the 1 hour. Now that I have this view up top, I want to go to the 1 hour and let me mark this off because I would be day trading. So ES, SPX, SPY, all three of those track the S&P 500. They're just different financial instruments. ES is a futures ticker. SPY is an ETF, so it's a stock ticker. And SPX is a stock, but it's an index that we can trade options on. So they same thing, just open different hours. All right. So when I prepare my chart for ES, I'm preparing it for SPY. What I'm marking off now is my 1 hour time frame because y'all know I like to say the 1 hour is the assistant manager. It can get me through the day. It can clock me in and out. You can't give me vacation days past that. It can get me through the day. I'm just looking now for where do I want to place my trend line. This is the true spot it should be because the low, right? However, a trend is what most people follow, right? So I want to have the most touches off that trend on said trend line. So I'm cool with this here. And my secondary trend line, or the retracement, if you want to call it that, I mark this with a blue trend. So as we see, yes, we have these higher highs, higher lows. Got it. The green is what I marked off for this new, I'm going to change it to the purplish. Like the highs from yesterday. And that's where we are. I am a moving average girly, I'm gonna start with the 9, consolidating on the 1 hour 9, and then I'm gonna use the ribbon. Makes sense. So I would assume this has come below the 9 on the lower time frames. And consolidating here at highs makes me feel like, is this the distribution phase? And on the 5-minute, oh, chow. Yeah. On the 4-hour, we have, and subjectively, an evening star pattern, more so a tweezer top, if you into that type of thing. I'm going to mark off this level here where the 9 moving average is on the 4-hour for a possible retracement level. When I mark off a moving average, I do the dashed line with the color of the average. So just, it helps me keep up when I go on my other time frames. And then we got the 20 MA on the 4-hour right here on the support trend line. For me, all I see is price gonna have to pull back. Cool. If you hold this 61.30 range, that might get you to the upside. Overall, can we just retest the previous all-time high? That's my groove. That's what I like. Do I use the blue line method? Never heard of it. The method you see me doing right here is what I do. Never heard of it. But that's the thing that I love about the stock market and trading in general, is like we all look at it so differently, and yeah, loves it. Because is that bull flagging? I'm pushing it, trying to be fancy in front of y'all with these pattern names and stuff when I truly do not care. I just truly don't. As long as I know what I expect to see there when it get there, I'm good to go on that. So for ES, I want to see a holding around the 61.30 range, and to look at NQ, which tracks the NASDAQ 100. There is a difference. Ooh, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. There is a difference between the NASDAQ Composite and the NASDAQ 100. Okay? There is a difference. There is actually a really big difference, and it's important to note because there's the difference between ONEQ and QQQ. And a lot of times people be trading QQQ when their account is telling them to trade ONEQ. Catch that T. If you have a smaller account and you're learning, you should not be trading the technology ETF, which is QQQ. That's just straight up tech. The NASDAQ 100 is the largest 100 non-financial companies, heavily tech-based. I know. The NASDAQ Composite, yeah, it's tech-based, but you're going to get a lot more stuff in there, okay? If you go straight up the tech ETF, aka QQQ, you just entering into a lot of volatility. And if you're not there yet, go to ONEQ, and it's more affordable as well. Less volatile, more affordable, still gives a great range in that day. Anyway, so from looking at NQ, I'm going to mark off the high here, this candle body high. This is what I am going to do. And I want to mark off this gap. I'm a big. I believe in gaps. Why do I believe in gaps? Because they were created when only the institutions could play in the market. Let me see where y'all like to buy at and whatnot, right? So we do have this here, which we're seeing, I'm actually supposed to put it at the close of the previous day, or close of one day to the lower wick, or the open of the next. All right, so we see this is where we are sitting right at. For me to, I actually wouldn't play this to the upside today. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not negating that there could be upside potential, but I'm saying it's not my strategy. This has gone up for too many days with no retracement. And for the last 3 days, it's closed in pretty much the same place, right? We see the range is decreasing as well in these candlesticks, on these daily candlesticks. I'm not interested in it to the upside unless there's like a really good bounce, like a really obvious bounce. Maybe. Other than that, I don't want it. And let me check SPY. Now, this is what I meant by my levels is going to be, my chart going to look like how my chart look like. I need colors to keep my attention. Other than that, baby, I don't know nothing about nothing. But we're going to get rid of those because on the indices, I mark off the pre-market highs and lows. And I keep up with the dark pool levels as well. I'm going to keep that there because that's where that hold was. Our secondary trend line, let's extend it out. I mean, I know this is, but close enough. What is this 604.20? Oh, that was my 20 moving average. Retracement. Oh, no, actually, until we retest that. All right, so I'm just gonna turn on my extended trading hours and mark off the pre-market highs and lows. And I play that range. As long as it needs to touch the level twice before I enter, and I'll explain to y'all what I mean in a second. So on the 15-minute, we're gonna take the highs from after hours yesterday as well as the lows. And these are what you earlier when you saw that they were the blue and yellow lines. Blue for after hours, yellow for pre-market. Because again, I like to pay attention to the levels that the institutions trade in when I can't do nothing about it. It's fascinating. And these are very, why did I take off like that? These are very close levels too, which leads me to think we might see some consolidation for a good chunk of the morning session. Now, this is a ghost zone to me. This is what I'm going to refer to as a ghost zone because these levels are so close. 609.60 to 609.72. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to say, okay, don't trade that. Don't trade in there. Trade rejects from there. And if it breaks above there, trade that. Like, but this is what I mean. You're going to have to break the after hour highs and then let me know if you're going to hold that. You hold that, I'm in that sucker. You don't hold that, I'm in that sucker. You need to visit it twice. So you do that, and this is something of a dead zone to me too. 608.56 to 608.89. I'm just going to go ahead and mark that off as a dead zone too. Don't enter inside of this range. Enter when price leaves this range. Let's extend it out. So, because I'm on the 15-minute. So I'll be prepared for the entire day. And we need a trend line. I'm trying to decide if I want to, I gotta turn this extended trading hours off. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep, this can go. If I want to keep this trend line here on from the hourly. I honestly think, let me delete that. And I'm going to mark off, I'm going to stick with the minor trend from here, like on the hourly, the 30-minute and below time frame. I think I might even just go like kind of here from the trend line break. Tracking lows, tracking lows, tracking lows. Because you lose the minor trend, I'm going to assume you're going to head to the secondary trend. You lose the secondary trend, I'm going to assume you're headed to the primary trend. Okay. So we got this. Now I could also, because I don't want my chart to be too messy, right? I marked off my ranges right there. Okay, boom, bam, pow. ready to go. And we turn the extended trading hours back on and see if maybe we want to adjust said trend line. Because you see the trend line a little bit different now because I have more data. I think it depends. If you're going to trade with your extended trading hours on and you draw a trend line, you know what I'm saying? You got to, because y'all see how that switched up? That switched up, but it had you looking like, wait, did I do that wrong? No, you're looking at a different time frame or you're looking at a different sort of chart. And I'm going to trade this with the pre-market, with my pre-market levels. So as far as a trend, I'm not the best drawing trend lines. I'm still cold, I figure it out, but I'm going to backtrack. So this was the most previous low, the low before that, before that, before that, before that. I don't know. We even could just have a trend line for pre-market, to be honest. And then we have near equal highs. What chart pattern is that? Equal highs and higher lows. What chart pattern is that potentially forming? You should know that, my babes. Apple at 210, red tags, buy it. Let me say it again. Apple at 210, red tag, buy it. All right, amen. All right, so Apple, cool. We wanted it to go ahead and break and fill this gap because give us that beautiful reject back down. So I'm still watching for what price will do at the 228 to 230 range. Give me that reject. Give me that reject, okay? It's about that time that Apple goes on sale. Give me that reject. So you see this is where the 9 is here at this 230, right? Give me that reject. You feel me? Like, give it here. I want that. So I'm looking for that. As far as a day trade standpoint, if we go to the, can't stand that stuff. If we go to the hourly, see what happens at the gap. Don't play this because we already see where it is pre-market. It's nearing the highs of yesterday. I'm on the hourly time frame. It's nearing the highs of yesterday, which was 227. 227 and 3 cents. Don't we too close to that. You a whole dollar away from that. I know those zero DTEs gonna do what they do, but it's too close to a previous rejection place. Wait for it to close this gap on up in this 228 range, 230, and see what happens from there. In my opinion. But now I'm gonna go through and look at all my swing setups. Period. Uber is good. I'm going to take Delta off, or I'm going to move Delta to the bottom. Oxy, did we get a drop? No. It's not breaking below this 50. And I really wanted to go to this 49. However, babes, above 51.20, it is what it is. All right. I do believe that a pullback is necessary, but we're also buying a lot of time. Exxon, same thing. Financial sector failing to break this 50. Well, I'll just round up to 51. Okay. And Amazon. Y'all, this all I keep seeing. I'm so biased. I can't hold you. And so this is what I'm gonna be doing. Not a good gosh darn thing unless the market pulls back. Because why are we opening and closing at the same place? Or I'll just even say closing at the same place, failing to make new highs. I'm suspicious and it's just not my setup. So I'll be watching with y'all, cracking jokes with y'all in the family chat, etc., etc. But then we had written down, whatever, Pfizer. And I'm just going to chart this. Oh, that's a beautiful weekly trend. What the heck are these levels doing? Uh, That's a nice support trend line here on the weekly. I'm not mad at that. Let's go down to the 4 hour, see if I want to tighten that trend up, these trend lines up. I ain't mad at this. And pre-market sitting right here at the, now keep in mind, our research we already did before we came to the chart told us that the healthcare sector was pretty freaking bullish today. Off the heels of Novo Nordisk, apparently. And ABT, Abbott Therapeutics. Shout out to Abbott, bro. That fed us this week. That paid a couple bills. Y'all ain't mad at this. Mm. Okay. Well, let me go to the monthly and chart this out, because where do I want my, oh, well, hell, look at history repeating. Got it. This is a buy zone. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay, this went back to February 2013. Look at these huge moves that come off of here. Got it. Tracking. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Got it. I was trying to decide how far down I wanted to move it, because I could, the buy zone down here is like to the 24.45, but I see what's popping. I wouldn't trade it down here, simply because we we just went back 12 years. This is a buy zone. The freak am I gonna get puts for down here? Now I'm gonna buy it. I like this. Okay, for a day trade, let me think day trade, because I am just natural. I'm very long term, so just go ahead and assume anytime that I'm talking to y'all about a chart, when I'm doing my analysis, I'm finna not know y'all in 9 minutes. When I'm doing my analysis, that it's I'm thinking swing trade, positional trade, position trade, position trade, whatever. But okay, so let's go to the 1 hour. Y'all look at the beast thing. This seems like it was simply a beautiful retest opportunity, or a bounce opportunity, I guess I should say. Where's that 9? Watch for above 26.50. I rounds. Okay, I know the 9 is at 26.24, but we can say 26.25, I guess. I forgot this is Pfizer. Don't be trying to jump up like that. Above this 26.24, 26.25 would be a beautiful entry. And you would be targeting 26.64. Just the previous highs. The momentum is there as well. And you see it already dropped. Now, if you watching this and let's say you went in and you mapped this out and you charted this out, you see a strong price action signal back above this trend line. Do you? I'm so proud of you. Quite proud of you. And then I'm going to look at XLV just for the consistency of the video, but I'm going to go do my research on it. Oh, not you. Period. They're giving us a chance to buy the healthcare sector. Y'all see how I framed that? It wasn't, oh my God, the market is dropping. It's, oh, they're giving us a chance to buy. Lit. That trend line ugly. Go away. I'm going to do some research on that, and y'all will more than likely see the healthcare sector on this week's swing trade watch list. But before I hop off, let me see if y'all had any questions. Ah, y'all was quiet. Did we learn anything this morning? Does anybody have any questions? Y'all got anything for me? You want me to look at a ticker real quick? Because again, I don't know y'all on Friday mornings. I got to get my bills paid, you know? All right, I want y'all to watch this. I'm putting it in the chat. Am I saying get into it right now? No, you're not my mentee. I'm not giving you any financial info or any financial advice, okay? This is just something that I see. And I'm typing it in here, 31,447 for open interest. And the volume is 1,000. $369. Y'all get ready to screenshot this. And the premium is $3.70, or was it? Yeah, $3.70 yesterday. Put a 5 in the chat once you screenshotted that or copied and pasted it. This was the open interest and the volume yesterday. Make sure, if it so happens, I'm not Miss Cleo, a little bit. If it so happens, make sure when you pull that contract up, the open interest has not significantly decreased, and make sure that volume is in that same range of where it is right now. 555s. I got my fives. Oh my God, I see so many new people in here today. Welcome home, Tasha. Hi, Carl. Cherie. Hope I pronounced your name right. Hi, Joy Red. Simone, love that for you. Cash that team. All right, Irish goodbye. Irish goodbye. Irish goodbye. Irish goodbye. Have a beautiful and blessed weekend. Don't know you people. Let's go get this money.